There is nothing surprising in this. A hilarious scholarly essay on the universality of melancholy in Moby Dick. The seventh sentence of Moby Dick may not have the pizzazz of Call Me Ishmael, or the philosophical flourish of Ishmael's musings on spleens and hat-knocking, but its simple declaration, there is nothing surprising in this, is a comedic masterpiece of resigned melancholy. With these 5 words, Herman Melville distills the human condition into one shrugging, cosmic truth. Depression and melancholy are as ordinary as rain on a Monday. This sentence doesn't just function as a throwaway line, it's a philosophical pivot point, encapsulating the absurdity of existence while slyly mocking humanity's tendency to act shocked every time life inevitably turns bleak. Let us explore the comedic genius of this statement and its broader implications for the themes of Moby Dick, all while embracing the humor in life's constant barrage of existential sucker punches. Melancholy, the most relatable of universal experiences. Ishmael's matter-of-fact proclamation, there is nothing surprising in this, is like a 19th century version of same stuff, different day. He's essentially telling the reader, look, life sucks sometimes. Get over it. This deadpan observation elevates his gloomy outlook from personal tragedy to a universal truth. The predictability of sadness, Ishmael isn't wallowing in self-pity. He's acknowledging that melancholy is baked into the human experience. His blasé attitude suggests he's seen it all before. Boredom, despair, a damp November in the soul. If you're shocked by depression, Ishmael implies, you must be new here. Melancholy as an expected default, Ishmael treats depression the way most people treat bad weather. It's inconvenient, sure, but it's also entirely unremarkable. Life's going to be soggy and gray sometimes. Why act surprised when the forecast calls for drizzle? A literary eye roll at humanity's drama. Melville's sentence isn't just an observation, it's a sly critique of humanity's tendency to treat its own misery as special. Ishmael's declaration functions as a gentle rebuke to the reader. Oh, you're feeling melancholy? Join the club. Melville's subtle sass, by stating that melancholy is unsurprising, Melville pokes fun at humanity's flair for melodrama. We act like our personal sadnesses are unique tragedies, when, in fact, they're just part of the collective slog of existence. The comedy of resignation, the humor in this sentence, lies in its tone of weary acceptance. Ishmael isn't railing against his fate. He's throwing up his hands and saying, it is what it is. This casual indifference transforms his despair into something almost comforting. The cosmic joke, life as a cycle of despair and distraction. Ishmael's proclamation taps into one of Moby Dick's central themes, humanity's struggle to find meaning in an indifferent universe. By stating that melancholy is unremarkable, Ishmael reveals his awareness of life's cosmic joke. We're all just trying to distract ourselves from the inevitable drudgery of existence. The ocean as escapism, for Ishmael, going to sea isn't just a career choice, it's a way to stave off the monotony of life on shore. His melancholy drives him to the ocean, where he can lose himself in the vastness of creation and the occasional whale-related chaos. A universal condition, Ishmael's observation reminds us that everyone experiences melancholy. It's not a personal failing or a unique burden, it's just part of being human. The sea becomes a metaphor for the ways we navigate this shared gloom, whether by chasing whales, scrolling social media, or binge-eating snacks. Ishmael versus Ahab. Different reactions to the same problem. Ishmael's understated approach to melancholy contrasts sharply with Captain Ahab's fiery response to his own existential despair. Where Ishmael shrugs and says, "There's nothing surprising in this," Ahab rages against the world, channeling his misery into a vendetta against Moby Dick. Ishmael's acceptance. Ishmael's statement reflects his willingness to accept life's hardships without letting them consume him. He acknowledges the inevitability of melancholy and chooses to keep moving forward, preferably on a whaling ship. Ahab's rebellion, Ahab, by contrast, refuses to accept the universe's indifference. His obsession with the white whale is an attempt to impose meaning on a chaotic world. If Ishmael's philosophy is ride the waves, Ahab's is punch the ocean. This juxtaposition highlights the absurdity of Ahab's crusade. While Ishmael learns to coexist with melancholy, Ahab declares war on it and loses spectacularly. Melville's timeless take on modern sadness. The beauty of Ishmael's declaration lies in its timelessness. Even today, there is nothing surprising in this feels relevant. Life is full of small disappointments, existential crises, and damp Novembers in the soul. Melville's humor lies in showing us that, far from being exceptional, these feelings are hilariously predictable. Relatable ennui, Ishmael's resignation mirrors our own struggles to make sense of a world that often feels overwhelming. Whether it's lingering by coffin warehouses or doom-scrolling on Twitter, we all have our ways of coping with life's drizzly days. Finding humor in the gloom, by acknowledging the universality of melancholy, Melville invites us to laugh at our own despair. If sadness is inevitable, why not find a little humor in it? Conclusion: the ordinary gloom of being human. There is nothing surprising in this may seem like a throwaway line, but it's a perfect encapsulation of Moby Dick's philosophical heart. Ishmael's deadpan acceptance of melancholy reminds us that life's struggles aren't unique. They're part of the shared human experience. Melville's humor transforms Ishmael's gloom into something strangely comforting. Sure, life can feel like a damp November, but at least we're all in it together, quietly laughing at the absurdity of it all. So the next time you feel yourself growing grim about the mouth, channel your inner Ishmael, take to the sea or your nearest distraction, and remember that none of this is surprising. It's just life.